What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and it is the end of the year. We're finishing 2025 off strong with a EDC recap video, pretty much a lifestyle EDC recap video of my favorite things from this year. Let's just dive right into it, and we'll start off with my top everyday carry knives from this year. All right, so in no particular order, first on the list is the Big Idea Designs Overlook. I think this is an absolutely amazing knife for what you get. It is full of just awesome specs. It has an M390 blade, flat grind drop point. It has a really minimal 2-screw design, and it is super fidgety. Like when you deploy this, it feels like it's spring assisted, but it's not. It's just that nice. Now this one is the Peace Power Life collab that is sold out right now, but you can still get the Overlook on bigideadesigns.com, and you can use the code INSANE for 10% off your entire order. Going on to knife number 2, we're talking again about Big Idea Designs because they just knocked it out of the park. And you'll kind of see that with the whole list. They've done a lot of really cool stuff. But now we're talking about the TI Pocket Knife 2. Now this thing feels like an absolute beast. It has full grade 5 titanium scales with an M390 blade. This is a drop point with a flat grind. It is just absolutely stunning. It's super minimal. It has dual thumb studs, but also has a flipper if that makes it easier for you. Frame lock design. I mean, this thing is just a beast. It handles everything really well. It patinas really well, which I really like. And I've been just loving carrying this knife. This is probably one of my go-to knives for sure. All right, next up we have the NAFS Lander 2, and specifically the Peace Power Life version. Now, I think that this version of the Lander 2 is just absolutely insane. Obviously, the Lander 2 is a really beautiful knife that a lot of people have for an obvious reason, it being such an iconic knife. But the fact that they were able to make these brass scales that are super detailed, they're chunky with the stonewash blade that is an S35VN steel, and of course in classic Lander style it has the clutch lock, and it's just super fidgety. It's actually really heavy, but it's a really beautiful knife and it's chock full of details. So I have to admit, this is definitely one of the best knives that came out this year, and if you were lucky enough to get one of these, good on you, because I mean I guarantee people will be wanting these for years to come. But we'll see. Maybe they'll release some more, hopefully, because I think this is a really cool knife. All right, knife number 4, we have the Benchmade 710 with the black aluminum scales. Now, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I've talked about this multiple times on the channel. I've absolutely loved this knife since Benchmade sent me this. Yes, they did send me this, but I've absolutely loved carrying this knife. It is a really big knife, so if you want to get this, make sure you check with your local knife laws and stuff like that, because it has a 4-inch M390 steel blade with a 4-inch aluminum handle, so this makes it an 8-inch overall knife. It is definitely one of my favorites. It's a really beautiful knife. It feels really premium, and I think if you bust this out of your pocket, people are going to be looking in a good way, hopefully. And then the last folding pocket knife that we have on the list is obviously the Benchmade Bailout. Now this is the carbon fiber custom bailout that I made with Benchmade. Black carbon fiber scales with the M4 blades, with an M4 stonewash blade. Obviously, you guys know I'm a sucker for a Tonto blade, and I think this is just such a beautiful, sleek, everyday carry knife that you can't go wrong with. I mean, it's just so easy to carry. You could carry this and it barely has any footprint because it is so slim, and it is just a fine knife. So Benchmade just knocked it out of the park this year. Gotta say, all these guys did. All right, moving on, we're gonna go top fixed blades. Now, again, in no particular order, we're gonna start with the Benchmade Dekian, or Dacian. I think it's Dekian, but this one is an absolute beauty. This came out this year. It has the blue denim micarta scales with the MagnaCut blade. Now this has a beautiful spear point MagnaCut blade, and it is just a beast to carry. I mean, it is super sharp. I have done so much with this knife. I've literally use this in the kitchen to like cut fat off a brisket. You know, I've used this to like cut zip ties or whatever. Opening boxes is just, it slays. I mean, absolute beauty of a knife. So if you guys are looking for a really versatile do-it-all fixed blade that you can pretty much carry every single day, highly recommend the Benchmade Dekian. And while we're at it, we're going to talk a little bit more about Benchmade, obviously the station knife. Now, if you guys are into culinary, food prep, whatever, if you guys like cooking and you need a nice knife, look no further than the station knife. This is a beautiful, I absolutely love this knife. It has a blade length of 5.97 inches with a clip point, which I think is really nice because it's kind of like a reverse Tonto or a K-tip. It's really easy to get those like fine cuts, which if you're, you know, garnishing food or cutting garlic or whatever, it's really nice. This one has a stonewash blade color with these beautiful kind of like maple scales. Now you can customize these on benchmade.com. So if you want to get one of these and you want to make it your own, you can customize them however you want, which I think is a really cool thing that you can do. And you have CPM 154 blade steel, which is very nice. It's very sharp. If you're going to go for a knife, don't fall for the brands that are out there that say that they're authentic. No, just go with the Benchmade. Go with the Benchmade station knife and you will not regret it one bit. Okay, moving back to everyday carry knives that you can carry in your pocket, and this is one of them that I have carried a lot in my pocket. This is the Big Idea Designs / Jeremy Sires exclusive Dino fixed blade. Jeremy Sires released this with Big Idea this year. I got this at Blade Show, Texas, and I've absolutely loved it ever since. Black micarta scales, nitro V steel. It's just a perfect everyday carry knife. I honestly carry this in my pocket along with a folding blade because I think that this comes in handy very much. It's very durable. If you need something more sturdy or something that you're kind of afraid to use a folding knife on, this is the way to go. So I'd highly recommend the Big Idea Designs / Jeremy Sires Dino. I really like this one. And just another honorable mention, I haven't got a lot of pocket time because I just got this, but this is the Pete's Pirate Life Harpoon. This just came out like literally a couple days ago. I love Pete's Pirate Life. You can't tell. I think this is a really beautiful fixed blade, and I think what's really cool is that it comes with a beautiful leather sheath that has an multi-clip that you can easily fit in your pocket. Great for an everyday carry knife. So if you got one of these, you're a baller. Okay, that's knives out of the way. Now we're gonna go on to my top watches of this year. Now, watches are scary. Once you dive into the world of watches, there's like no going back. So really be careful. But we're going to start with the obvious Seiko 5 Sport. This thing is absolutely a beast of a watch. I mean, I love Seikos. I really want a whole bunch more because I think they're just a beautiful, beautiful watch. And this is kind of like the entry into crazy watches, so be careful. A little bit about this watch. 42.5 millimeter diameter, 13.9 millimeter thickness. It's an automatic, has stainless steel case and a 22 millimeter lug width. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It tells the date, tells the day, and I have probably worn this watch more than any other watch this year. Yeah, I can easily say that. Going on to probably my probably third most worn watch this year. It is the Big Idea Designs TI Baseline Field Watch. Now this thing is absolutely beautiful. I think it is such a great bang for your buck. A 40 millimeter case, 48 millimeter lug to lug. It's 100 meter water resistant, which is awesome, and has a 20 millimeter band, which I think is absolutely beautiful. You can also switch out these bands for another one that Big Idea Designs sell, but I actually really like this. I think it goes with almost everything, and this is the watch that I take with me when I don't want to kind of worry about beating up a watch. So I mean, it's perfect for the field. Field watch. Anyways, so yeah, Big Idea Designs killed it again. And speaking of Big Idea Designs, we have the last one, which is definitely, I think, the second most worn watch on my collection this year. It would be my first most worn watch if I had gotten it earlier, but we're talking about the Big Idea Designs GMT. This thing just is a work of art. I mean, this is a true GMT, 40.5 millimeter case size, 46 millimeter lug to lug, ultra hex coated titanium grade 2. It's a true GMT, screw down crown, Jubilee style bracelet, and a full lume dial. This thing at nighttime, this thing like shines. It's insane, and it is just a beautiful watch. If you guys want to travel or you do a lot of traveling, this is great to have because you can track, I think, 3 different time zones, which is pretty insane. But yeah, I absolutely really love this watch, and this has been definitely my most worn watch since I've gotten it. So yeah, if you can still get this, definitely do it. Again, Big Eddie Designs. Use the code INSANE for 10% off your order. Okay, I was kind of hesitant about doing this next part, but I think I'm going to do it because I know a lot of you guys out there in the comments have commented about wanting me to talk more about this, but I'm going to talk about my two favorite firearms of this year. And that is, first, we're going to talk about the Canon TTI Combat. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful gun. Canon is obviously a great gun brand. I absolutely love Canons. Now, this one is the collaboration with Terran Tactical. Obviously, we have the beautiful bronze and black colorway. We have a flat face trigger with a 90-degree break, built-in comp, super nice texture stippling, so get a really nice, beautiful grip. You have a lot of ports to help with the muzzle rise. Now I have the Mechanic 3, which is a really huge red dot, which is really nice. I mean, this thing comes chock full of features. You have the flared magwell, ambi slide release. I mean, and it comes with 2 17+ mags. So, I mean, if you guys can get your hands on a Canon TTI Combat, definitely do it. I think it's probably one of the best guns that came out this year. Now, Canon also just released the TTI Combat Smoke Edition, which is just a different colorway. I honestly think it looks better, but I don't want to have to buy another one of these, so I'm not going to get it. But I think this is just an absolutely beautiful gun, and it is super nice. Going on to the gun that I carry the most, this is the gun that I conceal carry, and that is the Canon Meta MC9 Prime. Now, this is pretty much the MC9 mixed with the TTI Combat. So again, we have really aggressive stippling on the front and back, which makes it really comfortable and really sturdy to hold in your hand. We have, again, you have a flat face trigger with a 90-degree break, which is super nice. And of course, Canon has the amazing resets, absolutely fantastic. We have a built-in compensator, so the barrel is actually ported, which makes the muzzle flip on this a lot easier to manage. I mean, this thing is just beautiful. It's cut for a red dot. You have a flared magwell. It is just chock full of so many things and relatively inexpensive. Compare this to a Glock and you're getting a lot more for a lot less. So I would highly recommend the Canon MC9 Prime if you guys do carry. Now we're going with top fashion lifestyle accessories. Obviously have to start with, of course, clocks and colors. You guys know me, you guys know I always wear clocks and colors. They are my go-to brand for jewelry. Specifically, Clocks and Colors released 2 really amazing collections this year. One was the Speakeasy collection, which I thought was really beautiful, and then obviously the Kaleo collection with JJ. That collection has been absolutely phenomenal. I think that they have just done such an amazing job with all of their things like they always do. Clocks and Colors is definitely one of those brands where, you know, when you find a brand that you resonate with as much as Clocks and Colors, then you stick with them, and they are a brand that I would highly recommend. If you're going to get jewelry for yourself, get good stuff that lasts, that grows with you, that patinas and doesn't deteriorate over time. It ages well. That's where Clocks and Colors comes in handy, and I think that they are the best when it comes to any sort of jewelry at all. So if I have a discount code, I'll put it in the bio below. And then next up, we're obviously going to be talking about Master Supply Co. Now, this is the new field jacket. I just got this. This was like a little early Christmas present to myself, and I am going to make a whole review on this jacket as well as the other jacket that I got this year, which is the Dawson that you guys probably saw in another one of my videos. But I will be also making a video on that too once I break it in a little bit more. But Master Supply, those guys have been killing the game. They've been coming up with such amazing, beautiful, intricate designs and such high quality products. I heard a quote, it's I am too poor to buy cheap, which is really, just think about that for a little bit. Yeah, definitely invest in some good jackets, and if you guys want some good leather jackets, Master Supply Co is the way to go. Check them out, you won't regret it. And then last for fashion, I know a lot of you guys have been commenting on the hats that I've been wearing. I want to give a huge shout out to Encounter Hat Co. They're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Those guys have been absolutely amazing. That is where I got this hat made. This is my own custom wide brim fedora, I guess. Custom made to my head. Another hat that I really do love is from Tat & Baird. That's another one I have, but I've done some work with Encounter recently, and I've absolutely loved the team over there. Kyle has been absolutely amazing. Alexandra is such a beautiful craftswoman, and she is just insane. So definitely check out Encounter Hat Co. If you guys are in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, get yourself a good hat. As you can see, I've been wearing this in almost all my videos, and I absolutely love it. So, all right, so next up, we're going to be talking about the top pens and writing things. And honestly, there's only one brand that I can really talk about, and that's Big Idea Designs. I mean, they are the go-to for really nice pens for a great price. Now, the first one I want to talk about is their Baseline Titanium Bolt Action pen. This is their EDC Bolt Action, which is really nice. It's really compact. I'm pretty sure this takes like almost any insert that you want, so you can change out the insert for whatever you like. It is just such a great pen. I've carried this for a long time. I can't say enough good things about this pen. I just love it. But there is another pen that I also really do love from Big Idea Designs. It is the Big Idea Designs Fountain Pen EDC. Now, this is a special version. This is the Jeremy Sires version. Jeremy Sires teamed up with Big Idea to release the Fountain Pen EDC in a different fine tip point. Now, I really like this one because of the fine tip point. I also do have the original EDC fountain pen that I absolutely love. It's the first pen that I really got. It's, all brass, but I think that this fine point tip makes writing so much easier. If you guys don't have nice handwriting like me, use a fine point pen and it will just change your handwriting game for the better. So I would highly recommend this pen, and I will link it below. I'll link all this stuff below. But yeah, Big Idea Designs, they just killed it today. They killed it this year. They just did great. And speaking of them, we're going to talk about their everyday notebooks, because this is honestly what I've used. I don't want to admit this, but I switched over from field notebooks to these because they're so good. Now these, I don't know if you guys are into specs, but notebooks have, they're dotted, which I personally really love dotted pages. They have 104 GSM count. So if you care about, your paper quality, it just means that it writes really nicely, and writing on this, especially with this pen, works really well. So I cannot recommend these enough. They come in packs of 3 and they come with really cool designs. So enough said, really. All right, and now we're going to talk about the top everyday carry tools that I've received or have used this year. We're going to start with the NAFS bit driver. This thing is absolutely amazing. I have used this on almost all of my knives to make them perform the way I want to. It's really nice. It has 3 Wiha torque bits. They magnetize to the top. This thing spins like crazy, but it also makes it really easy for really precise adjustments. And a really cool fact is that the design was actually based off the Saturn V rocket, which took astronauts to the moon for the first time. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think the NAFS bit driver is an absolutely must-have if you guys have knives, and it's not even that expensive. So do yourself a favor, get this. Next up, we're going to talk about the Big Idea Design pry bar. I mean, you'd be surprised how much this comes in handy. If you guys are camera gear people, I use this probably the most in my camera bag because like I'm always tightening down like screws and stuff like that. It has a little fidget thing that I can play with. It has a bottle opener because everything has a bottle opener. I mean, this thing is just super cool. It magnetizes to something that's a magnet. So, I mean, oops. But yeah, no, it's really great. So I mean, I like it. And then the last tool that I'm going to be talking about is the Sendec from Peganol. Now, I've seen this in Peter McKinnon's video, and after seeing that, I had to get me one because this thing is just so cool. It's waxed canvas with a leather strap. It opens up and it has room for all your pens, all your notebooks, all your fun accoutrements that you could ever have, and keeps everything really nice, organized, and it is really high quality. It ages really well. I mean, I've only had it for I think a couple weeks now, and it's already just like super well. The patina that it's already like developed just looks so good, and it's just gonna get better with time. So if you guys want to treat yourself, get yourself a Sendec because they're awesome. It comes in different sizes, comes in different colors. I got this one. This is like a coal wax canvas with a brown leather strap, which you guys know I like black and I like brown leather, so it works out. So I really like this. I might even just make a whole video on this. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Comment down below. There's two more things I want to talk about, but this is definitely one of them. This is the Canon PowerShot V1. This little camera has been an absolute game changer. Canon released this, I think, in the summer, and I actually rented it, took it to London with me, and I got some of the best photos from this little tiny beautiful camera. This is the perfect vlog camera. It's such... I've done a couple videos on this camera and I can't recommend it enough. An absolute game changer if you want to create content. It makes it easy, but also makes it really fun to create content again. So I really like this camera. And if you guys want to learn more about this, check out some of the videos. I will try to link them below. Okay, now the last item thing that I want to talk about is Home and Hadfield. They are the GOATs. These guys, if you guys don't know who Home and Hadfield are, you have to be living under a rock or something because they are the only brand that you should even consider when it comes to displaying, caring for, or organizing any of your gear. They have literally everything. If you're a watch collector, if you're a knife collector, pen collector, they released so many amazing things this year, and I'm so happy to be a part of their team and be able to make content with them. I absolutely love those guys. I went to Blade Show Texas with them and Blade Show Atlanta, and I absolutely love those guys with all my heart. They're like family. This year they released so many things. They released the watch winder, which is an absolute game changer when it comes to if you're a watch person, you have automatic watches, you need the watch winder. They released the pen deck, which is a beautiful way to showcase and organize your pens. The Armada riser. So I know a lot of people have the Armada, which is their biggest knife case. Well, they've just added risers so that you can actually store more knives underneath, which is insane. They did an awesome Giant Mouse collab, which was really cool. They made a really cool limited edition Giant Mouse knife case, which is actually really cool because you can actually move the knife display pegs wherever you want and kind of make it your own. They also released the cigar humidor, which is honestly really cool. I don't even smoke cigars, but I just think it's super cool because, I mean, usually cigar humidors are really expensive and they're kind of hit or miss. These guys absolutely nailed it. And they released so many awesome accessories for all the products. For example, the scribes. If you guys have a lot of pens and you want to, store them in one of your knife cases or watch cases, you can order the scribe and you can just put it right in there and you have even more storage to not only showcase but organize your EDC items. So if you guys haven't checked out Home and Hadfield, please check them out below. I will try to link a discount code for you guys. They are the one and only name in everyday carry organization storage showcase. They're just the best. So definitely check out Home and Hadfield. canon.com for more info. And that's it. That's pretty much my top everyday carry lifestyle picks from this year. This year has been full of amazing things that have come out, amazing brands doing amazing work, and I absolutely have loved all the brands that I have got the privilege to work with, any brands that have sent me things, any brands that I have bought things from. I think that as a fan of everyday carry, this year was absolutely great, and I cannot wait for next year. So till then, I will see you guys probably next year. I think this might be the last video of the year. So hope you guys had a great year. Hope you guys have a great holiday, and I will see you all later. Peace.